Hey everyone, welcome back to AWS Trading. Hopefully you guys liked the last video that we posted and you guys got a good understanding of what trading is and how to get started. Today's topic, we're going to go over how to use TradingView and how to mark up your chart using a top-down analysis. But before we go ahead and do that, we have the other co-founder of AWS Trading, Marie.
Hey guys, my name's Marie. I'm the other co-founder of AWS Trading, and I'll be active as one of the educators on Discord. It's free. Make sure you go and join. That way you can get all the ideas, all the latest info, and we can help answer any questions that you might have. Make sure you guys like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel so that way you can get all the latest videos that we might post that can help you along the way. So without further ado, let's get started.
All right, everyone. So for this first half of this video, we're going to go over how TradingView works so you guys are able to mark up your charts. All right, so when you get on TradingView, this is a screen you're going to see, and then you're going to go ahead and log in right here where it says sign in. If you haven't signed in before or you don't have an account, you just go down here to where it says sign up. You click on that right there, and you can use any one of these to sign up or use your email. All right. Since I already have an account, I'm already going to sign in, but that's where you go whenever you're ready to sign up. All right, so once you sign in, you'll have this page right here. At this point right here on the right hand side, you can pick whatever symbol it is that you want to trade and that you're looking for, whether it's, if you're trading commodities, it's gold. If you're trading the indices, the NAS 100 or the US 30. So right here where I hit the plus bar up here, you can search for exactly what it is that you're looking for. So if you're looking for a US 30, you would put that, which is the Dow Jones, and you can pick whichever one of these brokers that you want to use. I personally use Oanda because it's the closest to the broker that I use, but you're more than welcome to use anyone that's on there. All right. If you're trading futures, the one equivalent to US 30 is called YM. And that's for futures. And then if you want to trade the NAS 100, you do NAS 100 or the NASDAQ, as other people may know it, which is the NAS 100 USD, which is I use the one that's Oanda. Again, you can use any one you want that's closest to your broker. Or if you're trading futures, it would be NQ. All right. So we're just going to click on the US 30 that I have right here. And then you're going to click Super Chart so you can actually see the whole chart. All right, so this is the whole chart right here, and this is right here. You can see whatever symbol it is that you added to your list, right? So the symbols right here on the right, if you want to make this look a little cleaner, I usually like to remove this change and change percentage right here. And by doing that, you can just click on these three little dots right here and remove it. Just check them off. When you do that, you can take that off and you can just see the actual numbers of each of the symbols that you want, right? And then you can bring this in right here so you have a bigger screen here and you can still see where the price is of that symbol at the time. If you go right here where it says Forex, right? I renamed it. Yours it's probably going to say something else. You can click right here. If you want to rename it, you just click rename and you can name it whatever it is you want to rename, your section that you're on, right? Another thing you can do is you can do multiple sections, right? So you can add another section, right? As you can see, it added section number 2, or, so you can separate your symbols. You can have a different kind of symbols here. You can have, commodities right here. You can have indices or futures right here, and then you can name them whatever you like to name them. So that's, this right here on this side. So now we're going to go over the things on this side on the left. I move my camera so you guys can actually see what's going on over here. What's on over here, it's basically you can choose the actual symbols and things that you want to use, right? So if you click right here, you can see that you have the trend line that you can use, horizontal line. You can pick any one of these that you want to use, right? So if I click that, you can see right here, right, or you can put it on there and you can delete it. Usually right here, what you can do to make it easier, if you see right here on the left bottom, there's a little favorite bar, so you can remove it, put it on, right? When you put that, you can just go right here, and whatever you use the most, you just put it right here, so you don't have to be clicking in here all the time, right? So for a trend line, right, I can put that there, and you see it appears here. I can put a horizontal line, I can put this right here, horizontal ray, which these are the ones that I normally use. If you come down here, it'll give you, you know, the long precision, short precisions, right? And, you know, I use those, so right, I'll put them right here. So let's say, and what I mean by long and short precisions, right? Let's say you want to get in a trade, you know, if you're marking up your charts, right? That's what these horizontal lines and horizontal rays, you can use it, right? So let's say, for example, just so you guys can see what I mean by going long or short, let's say this is an area of interest that I want to take a buy from or long, right? I can go right here and I can click on that long precision and then put it right here. And this is going to give you an idea of like where you're going to enter your trade in from. This red box is your stop loss, which is what you're willing to risk. So you can, you know, adjust it for how much you want, and you can adjust your buy for how far you're taking it. If you're taking it to 1 to 2, 1 to 3, it kind of explains that to you right here. As you can see, it's showing a 1 to 3 ratio on this long, right? So that's basically what you use it for. So you can reference this, so you can see once you get in a trade, where you want to get out of the trade, or, you know, how far you want to take your trade to. If you don't want this box, you just click on it. You see this up here. You can just hit the delete or remove, and it'll remove it. Same thing with your horizontal line array. You just delete that, right? And it's that simple. Same thing if you want to do shorts, put that right here, and it'll give you the green, which is your take profit, how far you want to take it to. Again, your stop loss, where you want to take that to, right? So that's how they work. And you can just remove them if you don't want to use them anymore. All right, so now we're gonna go over this top bar up here, right? This top bar right here, you mainly use it so you can change the time frame, right? So you can go to the daily right here, right? You can so right here on the side, sometimes it'll look like this, or you want to fix it, you just go right here, you press down, you left click on your mouse, and you can move it right up and down so you can fix your screen. Or if you want to, you know, shrink it down here, same thing, you click right here on the month, and you can just move it just like that, right? And this gives you your daily, right? You know, if you're doing a trend, for example, trend line, right? You just put your trend line, if it's going up or going down, whatever the trend is. You can go down to a 4-hour time frame. Every time frame, it's gonna look different. It's gonna give you a different story, right? So that, you know, when you're doing your top-down analysis here in a little bit, and we show you, you can see how the time frame changes, right? All time frames will change based on if you lower your time frame, right? All the way down to the 1 minute. I normally use, right, we start from the daily all the way down to the 5 minute, and so on, right? Here you'll have the candlesticks, right? And so everybody typically uses the candlestick, as you can see, because it seems much easier, right? These are candlesticks. Each one of these is a candlestick for that specific time frame. So if you go right here, you can change that to bars. It'll look like that. You can change it to volume candles. I would have to be using the page session to do that. You could do lines, right? Instead of using the candlesticks. So whatever you feel comfortable using. I myself just use candlesticks just to keep it simple. Another thing is indicators, right? I don't use a lot of indicators, but if you want to find indicators, or you're looking for indicators, it says it right here. You can pick different kind of indicators. We can go into indicators later on in other videos, but there's all kind of indicators that you can use that can help you, you know, give you an advantage in the market. You just have to know how to use it. So, but like I said, this is just to show you where you can find these indicators. You can put the name right here, and you can find it, right? And that's where you find your indicators. So the alerts, right? On the alerts, the reason why I use them is you are setting alerts in areas of interest that you are waiting for in the market. Let's say you're looking for a sell, you know, let's say you want to sell from right here, right? And so since you want to sell from right there, it's not there yet, right? So you were waiting for it to get there, but maybe you got something to do. You can just put alert on that area specifically, right? You can click up here on the top. You can click alert to create one. And then you just put the time of or you look at the price range. So you go there, you go right there where it says value, and you put that exact point of interest. You can either put it for it to alert you once, or you can put it to alert you every time it touches that zone. So you hit create, and it creates it. You'll see this right here. It created the alert for me right in that area. And so once that hits right there, it'll give you an alert that price is touching that zone. Another way you can do it, if you want to remove it, you can just hit that X button right there. You can just hover over it and hit that X. Right, and it's going to give you the option to delete, so just delete it. Another way to do it, which it could be easier for you, again, we're going to do the same thing. Let's say you want to buy, once it gets here. So you can just go right there. You see this little plus bar that's showing right here. You just click on it right there, and you can do add alert in that zone. Click there, and it'll automatically add the alert for you. Again, if you want it to do more than once and alert you every time, just double click on that, and you can put every time, hit save, and now every time it touches that zone, it'll alert you. Now, how do you edit, the background? Basically, you just hover over the screen, you right click, you go to settings, and right here you can see symbols. Symbols would be your candles, right? You can change, right, the color of your candle, right? The body, borders, wick, you can put it however you want. This is how I have mine. And then the background, you go to canvas. Go to canvas, and you can change the background of your screen however you guys want to do it. You can mess with it, change it to whatever colors you like. I personally like this color for me because it's easier on my eyes. I can see my charts, it's clear, it's clean, but you guys are more than welcome to use what you like. Hopefully, this gives you a good understanding of how to use TradingView, at least a jump start to using TradingView, and how to get, comfortable using your tools here on the left. Again, your time frames up here on the right, and you got your symbols here, whatever symbols you want to look for. Hit the plus sign, find the symbol you want, add it on here, and you can get started. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next section of this video, which is the top-down analysis, which is going to be presented to you by Marie.
All right, guys, let's get started on the second half of the video, which is top-down analysis. So first of all, you want to start on a daily time frame perspective, because you want to get the overall picture of what the market is doing. Trend is your friend, so you want to make sure that you're looking at the market and knowing where the overall picture is going. Is it going up? Is there more sellers? Is there more buyers? Whichever there is. So I'll come on to the daily, and first I mark up my zones of interest where a lot of candle closures are happening, a lot of wicks are happening, and pinpoint these key areas. Just like that. Okay, so the reason why that I'm marking these areas, because you have some resistance here. So price came to this point, rejected, then you have a repetition over here where price is coming to here and rejecting again. And then once price broke, it came back, and this is acting as support so far. Right here, you have resistance because it failed to break above. So now that you see why I marked those, let's get these out of the way and move on. So I like to add boxes around here because price doesn't necessarily hit a point and reject. It's more of a zone. So you have to be aware of where these zones are. Price isn't perfect. It's not going to come to, just because you put this line, it's not going to come there and bounce. Price typically respects the zones. So now on the 4 hour, what I'll do is I'll fine tune these areas that I've marked. So price always repeats itself. I'm sure you've heard that somewhere along the lines. So I go as far back as I need to from where price has been in this area, and I'll kind of bring my lines and boxes in that make sense. So I'm kind of fine tuning these. As you see here, price came up, rejected, came up, tried to close above but failed and rejected again. So this is a strong area. So price rejected and fell. It just came through the next 4-hour zone here, and then now we're up here again, and so on. So now that I see that these are some fine areas, I'll kind of make sure where price currently is, that everything makes sense. So I might bring these in a little bit more, kind of hit the tops, these wicks, kind of where you've seen these little small neutral candles close, and then obviously price had dumped here and went to the next zone. Now on the 1 hour, I keep going just to make sure that everything is aligning. Most people don't trade on a higher time frame. I think that would be more of swing traders, that are looking for those really good entries and they hold. So now on the hour, I will fine tune and make sure everything is aligning, kind of making sure I'm getting these points of reversal, points of support. That way it kind of makes it, this is a good zone. So now that I'm done with the hour, I'll move to the 30-minute. And this is the lowest I'll go to mark my zones, because I think if you go any lower, you just get way too much noise, and you're not really seeing the overall picture. So you don't want to get confused and get so wrapped up in these smaller time frame levels. You want to stick to those more major levels. So in the 30-minute, I'll make sure that everything looks good and move anything accordingly that I have to. So far, I think everything for me looks good on all these levels here. And this is where I start really paying attention to what price is doing currently, not so much way in the past. So everything around here, within the last month, you have the next previous lower lows and everything that's made here. So you know that this is a good zone. So now once I have my zones marked, this is going to be the areas that I'm really looking to take my entries. So right now, if this were a live market, this is an area of interest for me to buy or sell. So right now, I like this area. If price were up here, this is like a no trade zone. It's in the middle of a zone. Why would you risk it? So you really want to make sure if you're going to mark something, you want to stick to these zones. Don't FOMO. Don't jump into something just because you think you missed it. If you missed it, you missed it. Don't put money at risk that you don't have to. You want to take good, smart trades, not risky and maybe I might make money type of trades. You want to make sure you're confident and it's what you're looking for in the market. So with that being said, that wraps up top-down analysis. I really hope this helps you identify those key levels. So go get on the chart, find you a symbol, mark something up, practice, practice, practice. Try to get this done before market opens or the session that you're going to trade. Be prepared beforehand. Don't come on here last minute trying to mark things up. Make sure you're always ahead of the game. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So with that being said, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to join the free Discord. We'll have the link below as well. And until next time, thanks for watching.